They didn't plan to cheat. They just replied to a message. Then they replied again. Then they deleted it. Then they smiled at a stranger a little too long and told their spouse it was nothing. Then they told themselves, it's not sex, so it's not sin. But God saw it the whole time, even when the clothes were still on, even when the bed was still made, even when the Bible was still open on the nightstand. And no one ever talks about this part, that you can cheat in your heart before you ever touch a body. That lust doesn't knock. It whispers, slowly, sweetly, until your soul is asleep. And by the time you realize what's happening, you're already someone you swore you'd never be. No one wakes up one day and says, I'm going to ruin everything. It starts smaller than that, slower, a glance that lingers too long, a message that feels harmless, a secret moment where you choose not to walk away. And suddenly, you're somewhere you never thought you'd be. And the worst part? You still go to church, you still pray, you still carry the Bible. But something in your soul is cracked. Something in you is hiding. And every time you smile, every time you raise your hands in worship, you wonder if anyone can see through it. You wonder if God still sees you the same, or worse, if He's even still listening. And that's what adultery really does. It doesn't just break a vow, it breaks you. Slowly, quietly, from the inside. You lose sleep, but not just from guilt, from confusion, from shame, from wondering how something that felt so right in the moment could leave you feeling this empty after. But let me tell you something you might need to hear right now. God saw it all. He saw the moment you looked. He saw the moment you stayed. He saw the texts, the lies, the silence. And He didn't turn away. Not because it didn't matter, but because you do. You still matter. The sin didn't cancel your worth. It wounded it. And He came to heal that. You think He's angry. Maybe He is. But not the kind of angry that throws you away. The kind that breaks over your pain. The kind that hates what's destroying you. The kind of anger that still loves, that still calls, that still waits. Look at David. He didn't just cheat. He lied. He killed. He covered. And when he was confronted, he didn't offer excuses. He didn't blame her. He didn't blame stress. He said, I have sinned. That's where the healing started. Not after 1,000 prayers. Not after everything was fixed. It started the moment he stopped pretending. Psalm 51:17 says, A broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise. That's all it takes. Not perfect words, not perfect people. Just a heart that finally breaks honestly. Maybe you haven't told anyone what you've done. Maybe you did, and they walked away. Maybe your marriage is already in ruins. Or maybe no one knows yet, but you're already drowning. But God is not standing over you with a hammer. He's reaching out with a hand, not to excuse the sin, but to pull you out of it, not to erase the consequences, but to restore the person, because you are still a person, not a label, not an affair, not a failure, a soul, a child, a heart worth redeeming. Jesus looked a woman in the eyes once, caught in the act, no defense, no escape. The crowd was ready to kill her, and He said, Let the one without sin throw the first stone. No one did, not because she wasn't guilty, but because He wasn't done with her. He's not done with you either. But He does say something else. Go, and sin no more. That means there's a choice, a turnin', a walking away. It won't be easy. It won't happen in a day. But it starts with one moment of honesty, one prayer that says, God, I need grace. One step back toward the light. You might lose things. You might face pain, but you won't face it alone. He is not afraid of your mess. He's not offended by your repentance. He's waiting for it. So drop the stone, let go of the shame, speak the truth, and come home.